Okay, we are from Group 5. We will make a presentation about projectile motion. Our group consists of 5 person. That is Shahril, Hakimi, me, Danish, Diaz, and Akia. We will make presentation about introduction, application, advantage, and uh, conclusion about projectile motion.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. So in the next part we talk about introduction of projectile motion. Projectile motion is a form of motion experienced by an object or particle that is projected near the earth's surface. It moves along a curved path under the action of gravity. The effect of air resistance are passive and assumed as negligible. This curved path was shown by Galileo as a parabola, but it can be a line in special case when it's thrown upwards. The study of such motion is called ballistics, and a such trajectory is a ballistic trajectory. The one and only force of mathematical significance that is exerted on the object is gravity, which is when the object act downward, it will imparting to the object a downward acceleration to the Earth's center of mass. Because of the inertia object, no external force is needed to maintain the velocity. If the air resistance is neglected, the horizontal velocity component will be constant during the flight. The function of gravity on the vertical component is to provide a downward acceleration to make the object fall on the Earth's surface. So the formula that used in this case is shown on the screen.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azlan, and now I would like to talk about application of the projectile motion concept in engineering. Okay, we use this concept in Botanic Garden. When it's come to household equipment, projectile motion is evident in items like water hose, and water pistol. The projectile in question is water, not a ball. However, because it is still an item in the air that only impact by gravity when released. It is referred to as projectile motion. So the projectile motion sprinkler is a great way of simultaneously shooting stream of water with the same velocity but at different angle. Since the water is moving up but the force of gravity is down, the water will slow down as it rises and then stop and fall back down and speed up. The faster it starts up moving vertically, the longer it will stay in the air. Okay, next we use this concept in bullet. Okay, one of the first thing people think of when they hear a word ballistic is the study of gunfire pattern for the purpose of game solving. This application of ballistic is a significant part of police science because it allows law enforcement investigation to determine when, where, and how a firearm was used. In a large sense, however, the terms as applied to firearm refer to effort towards creating a more effective, predictable, and longer bullet trajectory. As a result, the gun came out of the bevel and spinning, and continued to spin through its flight. Not only were soldiers were able to fire their rifle with much greater accuracy, but thanks to the development of chamber and magazine, they could reload more quickly. Lastly, this concept will use in rocket and missile. The most complex form of projectile widely known in modern life is the rocket or missile. Missile are unmanned vehicle most often used in warfare to direct some form of explosive to an enemy. A rocket, on the other hand, can be manned or unmanned and may be propulsion vehicle for missile and spacecraft. The term rocket can refer either to the engine or the vehicle it propels. So the question is the launch angle important? Yes. It governs both distance and height a rocket will attain. In physics, the distance a projectile travels is referred to as the range. A launch angle of 45 degrees maximus and the range. When a projectile is launched, it has both vertically velocity and a horizontally when a projectile is launched, it has both vertical velocity and a horizontal velocity. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syahri bin Abdul Razak. Today I will present about the advantages of projectile motion theory. Next. First, in physics, understanding movement of the projectile is important for many engineering designs. Engineering design involving projectile which are objects that move near the surface of the earth and are subject to gravitational acceleration, require an understanding of the physics of projectile motion. This includes machines such as motocross bikes designed to fire jumps with weapons such as missiles, turrets, and powerful cannons. NASA engineers apply the concept of projectile movement to predict meteorite orbits that can invade the Earth's atmosphere or interfere with satellite transmission. The combination of a physical understanding of projectile movement and mathematical ability will be able to solve equations. Next, in sports, projectile movement are used in sports. When playing basketball, soccer is an example of the movement of a projectile in real life. When throwing basketball into a basket, a player shoots the ball so that the flight of the ball is parabolic. Inertia plays an important role in the movement of the projectile as it explains why the object moves without a source of propulsion. There is also a force called gravity. Gravity explains in the above example why the soccer ball is returning to Earth rather than moving continuously in the air. Next, in military, projectile movement help the military to find ways to use powerful weapons. The army uses artillery or howitzers to send explosive projectiles to enemy territory. The artillery determines the horizontal displacement of the target and adjusts the angle of the cannon according to the known initial velocity of the projectile. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Akhil bin Muhtarudin Shubli. My matrix number AA211259. Okay, as you guys know, our group topic is projectile motion. So, now I'm going to present about our group topic's conclusion. Okay, for the conclusion, projectile motion is when an object moves in a bilaterally symmetrical parabolic path. The path that the object follows is called its trajectory. Projectile motion only occurs when there is one force applied at the beginning, after which the only influence on the trajectory is that of gravity. The projectile motion also happen in our daily life, such as tossing an object into the bin, water flowing from a tap, jumping from a bus, and etc. That is a common example of projectile motion that we encounter every day. Another example, but not very common, like bullets, slingshot, rocket, and cannonball was also known as projectile motion. Lastly, understanding projectile motion is important to many engineering designs. Any engineer design that includes a projectile, an object in motion close to the Earth's surface, subject to gravitational acceleration, requires an understanding of the physics involved in projectile motion. For example, NASA engineers apply projectile motion concept as they predict the path of meteorites that may enter the Earth's atmosphere or disrupt satellite transmission. So, the combination of a physical understanding of projectile motion and the mathematical ability to solve equations enable engineers to predict projectile trajectories. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.